should be their next step regarding this?
Prepare all the documents right now and do not.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Premed Podcast. I'm your host for this episode, Razan Mustajab, currently a Premed intern at MedAngle and also a first year MBBS student at Rashid Latif. So, in this episode, we'll be discussing about the admission process in Punjab, which is a very important one for the pre-meds, and as they're very confused after giving the MDCAT. So, we have a very special guest with us from Punjab, Saqib. So, can you introduce yourself?
Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Saqib Rahman and I'm a first year medical student at RMDC and I got 145 marks out of 200 in UHS MDCAT. And today we are going to be talking about that admission procedure.
Thank you, Saqib. So now moving on, I would like you to give me the overview of your MDCAT experience and what were the difficulties you faced at that time and how was the paper pattern? Is there any difference in your paper pattern from like Punjab MDCAT from other provinces, or is the same, and how was the experience overall?
So after second year exams, you kind of get like 2.5 months or more for the preparation of MDCAT. And then you kind of have the same paper pattern as all the other provinces because it is kind of a centralized system. And also you have the same period of time to prepare your MDCAT. But there is a difference in difficulty of the exam taken place at any like university throughout the Pakistan. Like kind of, I thought previous year like our UHS was the difficult one, and this year it was the easiest one.
Oh, yes, I completely agree with the difficulty part. I remember that it was difficult at our time as well, but maybe it's a thing that whenever we just give our MDCAT and we think the next year has the easiest one. So this is a cycle, I would say, that would go on forever. So now moving on, as we know that UHS has announced that admission process and the applications have been opened. So what do you suggest the students, the pre-meds, should be their next step regarding this?
First step should be the like preparation of all your documents. Get your documents ready. Like IBCC attestation is a must, and it takes kind of like a long time. Like we had like IBCC attestation as well. Like we were the first batch to go through that procedure, and it is kind of a long time. Like you if you get stuck, you can get a 2 month period in that, and you should get all your documents ready by that time.
Yes, you just mentioned the important one about the documents, and the pre-meds are mostly like very confused about these things as well. So can you like elaborate about the documents, like what important documents should they like need to be ready, like the domicile and all that stuff? So can you like give us a brief intro, the explanation about these things so that pre-meds would know better?
First of all, you have to like verify your matric result and then intermediate result, and then go for the IBCC attestation. And then all the documents should be like your domicile, your NIC, and then your father's CNIC, and yeah, your basically result and your certificates of FSC and matric.
Yes, about the attestation, I would also like mention about this that last year there was a lot of confusion that whether the all-level students should get their certificate attested or not. So they should definitely also get their certificates attested as well, because there was confusion last year, and it's mentioned the whole process of the attestation is already on their website IBCC, so the pre-meds can definitely go and check about that. So, as we're discussing about the admission process, so can you like tell us that how is the admission process in Punjab? Like, is it a online test, or you have to go in person for the filling of the form? Like, how was it, so that they can have an idea of it, that how they're going to fill the form and what is it like?
It's completely like online. When admission process is announced, you have to go to the UHS official website and then apply there. You have to get all your documents uploaded in that PDF form, and then you have to get the fee slip for that, and then yeah, that's very easiest, I guess.
Okay, so last year I remember, or maybe like 2 years back, there was this the UHS changed the admission process to the centralized as well. So can you like also tell us about that? Because we had to like choose colleges according to our preference, and there was also confusion. Even last time, even my time, I was also confused. Like, okay, which college I'm going to put at the priority list. So give us the insight about that thing too.
So in the centralized system, you kind of have like a single admission, a single application, and you are kind of sending all single application to all the colleges at once in a like a preference list form. So in this preference list, you have to put the that college on top in which you have a like little less chance, not an obvious college. Like if you have a college in mind that yeah, इसमें तो मेरा admission like 100% हो जाना है, you don't have to put that on top. You kind of put that in like top three or top five, and in which college you want more or like your desired college, you should put that on top. That's how preference works. Because if your preferred college is like getting your aggregate in like second or third merit list, that can get your name selected otherwise.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. And one should definitely keep their priority list according to their preferences. And also, what do you suggest? Like, there were also confusion about that. Which college should they choose? Like the pros and cons. So, how should they just know about this thing too?
So you can choose your college according to like your aggregate, or like if even if you're not sure that this college is like mm, according to your aggregate and this is the desired college, you can put that on top, because sometimes there are chances you are going to get into their like even last list, and if that's desired college, what do you want more?
All right. So now can you just also give us the timeline that how much time that it takes from the MDCAT exam to the displaying of the merit list and then to the commencement of your classes? Because I know that after MDCAT it gets very like frustrating as well for the pre-meds as well, that when because the waiting period is quite long, so some might it may not have the idea about it. So can you just give us a rough timeline about this so they can have an idea?
There are almost like more than 2 weeks post MDCAT, and you can see that UHS has announced the preparation of documents. Now, like after like 15 days or more, they would open all the applications and you're going to apply through that. And then after like a 15 days period, merit lists are going to be.
So
Um,
it's like when the classes commence.
so the classes commence kind of like 2 months after your MDCAT,
So
two
if I
or a half
just
months.
like if I just summarize it, so it's like that maybe the MD card we had was like in September, like maybe the August. I don't, I can't recall like
It was in
correctly. So
September.
oh yes, fine. So it was in September. So now after that we'll have the merit list and maybe December, and then the classes will commence like around in February, right?
Yeah, we
Okay.
had our classes in a February, but their MDCAT is kind of like earlier than us, and their procedure is going earlier than us. So I feel like their classes are going to be around like late December or early January.
Yes, I mean it may be different, but I just wanted the premits to know the waiting period, because I know at my time it was quite frustrating that okay, when the merit lists are going to display, and I remember that UHS like uploaded many merit lists like after week and by week. So yes, it is something like that. So now, as we just discussed about that, UHS has like announced the admission process. So what do you suggest that when should they just hurry in the and filling their forms, or should you just take the time, and when's the ideal time to submit it? Because I know that they have just announced the admission now, so the deadline would be like maybe 1.5 and 1.5 month away. So about that how should they just fill the form?
So you should definitely do not hurry and take your time, prepare all the documents right now, and do not be anxious about it. One more thing, just please select your preference list wisely.
I definitely agree with that thing that one should definitely choose wisely their college because they have to spend the next 5 years there, which are going to be very important years of their life. So now moving on, I would want you to give advice to the pre-meds that how should they stay calm in the because I know that there might be some panic, a lot of chaos during this process. So, like, what do you suggest them to do, and what did you do at your time if you had any like issue like this of the chaotic or like whatever panic you had if you had?
So now you should just come and listen to the authentic information when like all the UHS official information and just chill and relax during this time you have had enough in the MDCAT alone.
I think this is the best advice one could give to them right now about to relax because it's really important to also like enjoy the few months you have before the med school starts because then there's another life and definitely it's going to be again going to be fun because if अगर आप खुद you want to be a doctor so it's going to be fun for you and I would like extend my like heartiest wishes to all the pre-meds right now and to them to get into their desired college and the dream college they have. So yeah, best of luck all of them. And now thank you so much, Sakib, for joining us and giving us very insightful information about the whole admission process. It was really nice having you here. And we'll be just ending the podcast now. So thank you, everyone. If you, for all the pre-meds, if you want to have to know about the information about the admission process, keep checking the YouTube channel and also visit the premed.net.pk for more resources. Thank you.